Yes, this is how we do it every day, every morning on this station, Oluyole FM 98.5, right in the city of Ibadan. The program is Conversation, and yes, of course, you know what conversation is all about. Picking headlines, reading some stories, giving analysis, opinions, and views. And all those views and opinions are not the corporate views of the Broadcasting Corporation of Oyo State. Yes. And of course, we are networking. Our sister stations, Okeogun 96.3 FM is there, and Agility 92.1 FM. Yes, we are all there. And you know, Facebook, yes, Facebook page is there. That means you can get us all over Nigeria, even of course all over the world. And that means any station can't beat the reach. I have a co-presenter, another co-presenter here this morning. Yes, you know, I told you earlier that I'll be having a series of co-presenters. For some time now. I mean, in a jiffy, you see that these presenters, the Baba that you know, Torata Yoba, will still be back on board by the grace of God after his leave ends. Bumi Babanumi is in the house this morning to pair with me on the program Conversation.
Yes, I want to say very good morning to all our teaming audience, those connected to this station, Oluyole 98.5 FM, and all our sister stations. It's good to be on air this morning, and I'm sure that it's going to be a wonderful day to each and every one of us. Like Bimbo said, my name is Bumi Babanomi, and I'm pairing with him on Conversation this morning. Yes. And like he said, what we do is take stories, we analyze them, and we give you, our audience, the opportunity of calling in to share your views and your opinions. And our own views and opinions are ours, not the corporate views of the BCOS. So once again, I want to welcome you on board, and I'm sure it's going to be a wonderful day to each and every one of us.
Yes, Bumi, it's been a long time on air.
Oh,
yes, very long time.
Yes, over 11 years now.
Yes,
yeah,
and I know that Ushi Walara, you can cope. You cope.
Well, let me appreciate the chairman for the confidence reposed in me, because I would have thought, being out of circulation for a long time, you would have thought she would just say, let somebody else do it. But she called me, and here I am. So thank you, our chairperson. Thank you, the Director of News and Current Affairs.
Yes, can you have the first shot?
Okay.
I was seeing something about babies and women.
Okay, yes. Yeah. Maybe because I'm a woman, this story really interests me. Afe Babalola laments low number of women in leadership positions. You know, well, I think something should be done about this. Is either women are, I think we are scared, we want to move back from leadership position. What are the reasons? Probably because we feel we are being discriminated against, and we feel we can't do it. But then we are now in an age whereby women can do what men can do. We can find them in all sectors of the society. So when Baba says he laments low number of women in leadership positions, I want to agree with him, because he has said this. He expressed worry over the low level of women in Nigeria's political space and leadership positions. Babalola spoke at the weekend in Ado-Ekiti during an event in partnership with the United Nations Women to mark this year's edition of International Women's Day celebration. We mark the International Women's Day celebration every year in the month of March. And Baba has said that women should be found more in position of leadership, political, and what have you. He said the age-long discrimination against women has reached an alarming rate, stressing that some still erroneously believe that it's a waste of resources and time to even educate a female child. What do you think, Bimbo?
Yes, so far as I'm concerned, women are trying to, push their space up into politics to increase their numbers, but, well, the men are not really allowing them to actually perform up to expectations of these women. And I really know that women, if they find their way into the political space and structure in this country, yes, I know they will perform. Women, some are performers, and sometimes when things happen that people blame women is when maybe some of them are put in some political office and they engage in serious fraud and stealing. And yes, now it has happened and it's still happening. And we have some good ones. Obi Ezekwesili is there. Yes. Okonjo Iweala is there.
Yes.
And so many of them, they are there. Oluyole Tinubu, wife of our president, Senator,
yes.
She's there. And all other women in many other parts of the country. And I know that if women can gather together, maybe a summit, and sit down, talk about some things, and find a solution or a paper, in recommendations on how women can really and actively participate in politics, and be appreciated.
Yeah, we women are the enemies of ourselves. You know why I say that? I recollect that I had a friend who wanted to go into politics. Instead of me supporting her, I was even the one saying, what can she do? She cannot do, That's why I say women, we are the enemies of ourselves. I should have supported her, rallied round her. Maybe she would have done, better than even the men. But then I thought, well, what's she doing there? What can she do? Does she have the wherewithal? Does she have the knowledge, experience? Honestly, I think we should have a change of attitude, and let's push our women forward, so that they could occupy positions of leadership in politics and other positions too.
And look at this woman that has been having problems for some time now, talking about what's her name? The senator
Natasha,
yes, Natasha, who have been embroiled in sexual harassment allegations against the Senate president. See, some people, some ladies, some women, it is a little fraction that are supporting that woman.
Exactly.
Yes, a little fraction. They will say, always say, woman,
instead of women to rally around, let's find out what really happened. Was she really sexually harassed? But then one thing is that when it happened, what did she do? Did she scream about it? Did she talk about it? Did she tell? Nothing whatsoever was forthcoming then. But now that
she waited till now.
Okay.
Yes, she waited till now.
She feels the time is right for her to now cry out that he has been sexually exhausted. That's why you are discriminating against her.
No, it is not actually assault. It was harassment.
Harassment, yes.
Harassment, and I feel
harassment will be in any form.
Yes, any form. And people are even saying, maybe she was intentionally. She intentionally did some things that, made that Senator Akpabio maybe do some things that she felt she will be harassed and raise the issue someday, which I am not so sure of anyway. But I know that some things will just come out in.
Exactly.
Yes.
Well, things will unfold, sooner or later.
Yes, this one says, Nigeria former Minister of Education, Dr. Obi Ezekwesili, has highlighted the root cause of Nigeria's leadership failure, calling on professionals to step up to fix it. Ezekwesili, who is the founder of the School of Politics, Policy and Governance, in a statement made available to reporters on Sunday in Abuja, said that Nigeria needs at the moment what Nigeria needs at the moment are people with the right mentality, with the capacity to make informed decisions, to drive meaningful change and take the country out of its present economic downturn. Well, she says Nigeria needs leaders who can take informed decisions, and she is even saying the root cause of the leadership problem is that we have not called on professionals to step up to fix it. Who are these professionals? Yes, who are these professionals? That is the question. Is it professors in universities who studied education or leadership structures, or is it the politicians, the normal politicians? Is it which other stakeholders? We don't understand. I'm feeling she is a stakeholder, because see a school of politics, policy and governance. That means maybe in a way she's trying to let government invite her with some other people to sit down and calculate how Nigeria can be fixed.
I think Nigeria, we have the best brains. It's harnessing all these brains to come together, to come forward with decisions, policies that will make Nigeria move forward. That's the issue. How do we harness them? Who will do it? What are the criteria for the selection? Because we talk about bringing people together so that Nigeria may move forward. Because talking about lack of leadership style, good leadership styles, that's the cause of Nigeria's failure. So how do we bring people together to look at this, to analyze this, and make informed decisions that will make us move forward? Who are these people? And we know that Nigerians have the best, like I said,
best brains.
So let's look for these people. The government will have to take a step further. It's not the issue of bringing politicians together again, bringing the same set of people together again. We can look for good brains. They are there. We know how to get them.
Yes.
Only is like we don't want to do anything about it. We want the status quo to remain the same. But if we look around, we have professionals here and there, those who in their field of study, their choice field of study, we can bring them together. Those with good quality education, with good brains that can analyze the problems of Nigeria, make informed decisions so that Nigeria can move forward. That is, if we want to take their opinions anyway, because I know Nigeria, the way we are, once they bring up, suggest something that will be beneficial to the masses, we might be looking for ways of just letting it die down like that. But then, it's anything we do is for the masses. We are leading them, and we want our nation to progress. I think we need to do a lot more.
Yes.
Yeah.
What Chief Mrs. Ezekwesili is trying to highlight, well, it had been suggested in a long time ago. We have various research institutes, yes, around far from states and in the country, and when they do researches, come up with their results, they present it to government, but government will just keep in view. That is what she's trying to say, because I remember a long time ago this research institute had warned Nigeria earlier to diversify from oil, and that this oil will soon give us problems, because according to his research, he gave them his research paper and the suggestions what they can do, but they felt oil could at the end of the day, what is happening? Are we not diversifying to are we not diversifying to agriculture now?
Yeah.
So Well, I think what is she saying, I think she's right in a way. Like our school, some research institutes, some areas, and then some other, even the NIPS too, can be leadership of the NIPS school.
Okay,
yes.
Exactly.
I think that is what she's trying to
say. And she said we should intentionally develop a new class of leaders anchored in good values. You know, Nigeria will continue to suffer the consequences of poor governance as we are suffering now, except we take the necessary step. You know. So
yes. Before we based on these stories that we have read now, for now, we'll take about 2 or 3 calls, and the number to call 08055009850 and 07055551985. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, Mr. Noem, good morning.
It's good. When they are busy politicians, they bring their members, their party members. The I don't know what you're doing. And I want to move forward. All you have to put money. You say the truth. And one of British. It's true. When we come in, things will change for better. You can remember Obasanjo. It's tough in the group. You see what happened. Compare Obasanjo and the Buhari. What happened? Compared to the tribunal, what is going on? Zero. Except one man, which of the two? I give him credit. And Nateta Amata. That woman is the only woman in Senator that speaks to Nigeria on one matter. But those senators, they are doing their tea, doing their wine. That's too much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Noem. Yes, I'll take one more call. 08055009850. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
You are welcome, my dear sister.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, quickly.
Is my name.
Okay, you are welcome.
I just want to talk about women being given the opportunity to have a exalted position in politics in this Nigeria. To me personally, I don't think it is women that are not interested in these positions. In this part of the world, women are relegated to the barest minimum. You have many Yoruba people that are not they don't want to recognize women, and we have brains among them who can go to foreign countries. You see them rule, and they rule perfectly. Take for example Margaret Thatcher, when she was there in British, or rather Britain, she did well. You know, I think it is high time we give women the opportunity to rule and to serve. They are very human, they are very gentle, they are intelligent, they are superb. God will bless you.
Amen.
Thank you for the word now, sir. I'll call it a sir. Now, yes, he mentioned Margaret Thatcher of Britain. Yeah. Yes, some other ones, Indira Gandhi of India. Yes. And
we have our own too. We're talking about the Ezekwesilis.
The likes of Ezekwesili.
Yes.
But one happened in the US, like during the elections of during the US elections.
Yeah.
US knew, some people knew, some cabals knew that Kamala Harris would not be elected. You know, they knew, and I know United States politicians will not allow a woman to lead them.
So discrimination is everywhere.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let me squeeze in this one more. Hello.
Peace of God to you.
Good morning, sir. Baba Dedayo from Okeho.
Lady Center. God bless you.
Amen.
Amen.
Now, lamenting low participation of women in political activities and leadership positions. Well, in my own opinion, there is no need for lamentation because there is no need for drawing differences between the two sexes. Both are human beings. It depends on whether a person is good or not good, not necessarily because of his or her sex. In Nigeria, men and women have participated in politics. Men and women in leadership position in Nigeria, many of them are stolen public funds, both men and women. So there is no need. It's just human being is human being, whether a male person or female person. And there are certain things that are divinely designed for each of the two sexes. So a need to cut over from the responsibility of one sex to another will bring problems to that individual.
Thank you very much, Baba.
That is why you see some people now that are trying to, some people are male, they are trying to turn themselves to female and other things like that. Well,
thank you very much, Baba.
Thank you. Responsible and just
yes. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, thank you very much, Baba, for that opinion. We'll take a short break and we'll be back.
Special secret that awakens taste buds. Mouth watering wonder with awesome aroma. Terra seasoning cubes.
Terra seasoning cube turns your meals into a masterpiece.
Unwrap joy, unleash taste. Hey, come cook with Terra cubes. Come cook with Terra.
A parent's dream is to see their child grow up to be healthy, happy, and thriving. When you keep them safe, there's no limit to what they can achieve. Every year, thousands of women of reproductive age in Nigeria lose their lives to cervical cancer. The cancer is caused by a virus called HPV, human papillomavirus. The great news is that the disease is preventable by the HPV vaccine. Early vaccination is the most effective way of preventing cervical cancer in young women later in life. So don't wait another second. Get your daughter vaccinated and ensure she's protected, healthy, and thriving. The HPV vaccine is free and available to girls aged 9 to 14 at primary healthcare centers near you. It is safe, effective, and approved by the Ministry of Health, WHO, and UNICEF. Spread the word and protect the future. Vaccinate your girls today.
This message is brought to you by the State Primary Healthcare Development Agency in partnership with Girl Effect and other partners.
As the morning sun is rising and it's time to start your day, you need that creamy, creamy taste. Dano evaporated milk. Pour it, taste it. The richness so amazing. Dano evaporated milk.
Now you can enjoy a great creamy taste with Dano Full Cream and Dano Cool Cow Evaporated Milk. Try it and taste the Dano difference.
How do we make our cooking come alive, oh? Pepetera. For that tasty meal where you like, oh? Pepetera. I mean, you want cook food to impress, oh? Pepetera. Hey, Pepetera, Pepetera.
Whether it's jollof or na stew, even for porridge or spaghetti, cook to impress with Pepetera.
Pepetera.
Conversation.
Yes, the program is still Conversation on Oluyole FM 98.5 right here in the city of Ibadan. Now, let's go on to reading some of the other headlines we have here. Serap sues Akpabio over failure to reverse unlawful suspension of Natasha Akpoti. Serap, that is the Economic Rights and Accountability Project, Serap, and they filed a lawsuit against the Senate President, Mr. Godswill, Akpabio over the failure to reverse the paternity unlawful suspension of Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan, as the purported suspension is based solely on the peaceful exercise of our rights to freedom of expression. Well, like I said the other time, it has been on for a long time. Now this non-governmental organization and rights group, yes, they have sued Senate President Akpabio for failure to reverse unlawful suspension of Natasha Akpoti. Well, let's see what happens, because Serap, it has sued so many people. It has so many lawsuits in court, over so many issues.
Up the case now.
Yes, so we'll see what will happen.
Because Natasha was suspended for reportedly speaking out of permission. You know?
Yes.
She wasn't given permission. She spoke and refused a new seat in the Senate.
Yes.
Chamber. Said that salary and allowances to have also been withheld for the duration of the suspension, and she has been barred for identifying herself as a senator. So this is what Serap has taken up, and I hope something is done about it, because she has a right, and they're saying all the right should be fully restored to her, all her entitlements and privileges. You know, she was at the Inter-Parliamentary Union, IPU, in New York, you know, where it was said that she just went without being given permission. Yes, before she went. But she said, well, she has been on the list of the committee since she has been there before, and she just, you know, she went there of her own free volition, you know, paid for a flight and everything, and that she has the right to be there. And this has also been an issue, because the Senate is thinking that she should not have been there. She was not given the permission by the Senate to be part of the meeting, but she went there of her own free will, and as someone who has been there at the meeting before, and whose name is also on the committee list. So, well, we are still keeping our fingers crossed. Let's see what's going to happen. Let's see what's going to be up for this therapy issue.
I believe that even if she had been on the list, even if she had been on the committee, she should have informed the House. Yes, the Senate.
Because it's the House that recommended her the first time she went there,
yes,
and
she should have
not just have taken laws into her hands and
and taken off like that.
Yeah, that's why the fact that she stayed there, well, she spent her money, and that she has every right to be there. So let's see the way it goes, and let's see what Sarah will come up with on this issue of unlawful suspension of Senator Natasha. Now, there's something about diphtheria, about the health now, that I want us to look at. Resurgence of diphtheria. It is a public health concern in Nigeria. Yes, it's now becoming an issue, because some deaths have been recorded about diphtheria. What are we doing about it? Not only the government, we as individuals, as families, how are we tackling this issue? Because our health is in our hands. We can't expect the government to do what we are supposed to do for us. We should take laws into our hands and do the doable. So, according to NCDC, Nigeria has recorded 1,319 diphtheria deaths as of March 9, 2025. That's March 9. Yes. I can imagine what is taking place now. So, and it spread confirmed cases caught across 184 local governments in 26 states, detailing the situation report of the disease from week 19. That's from 2022 to 2025.
I think education matters here, and information. I don't think many people really know the causes of diphtheria. If they know the causes of diphtheria, at least government should be, communicating with the people on proactive measures to take. You understand? They should inform people, educate people, so that people will toe that line. Because I don't know, people might not really know anything that is causing this disease.
But then I think it's, well, I'm not an expert in that field, but I remember that when, as a woman, you are pregnant and you have your child, you take the child for different vaccines, The child is vaccinated against some killer diseases. And diphtheria is part of it. You have to take the DPT vaccine. So probably some of those affected are those that have not taken the vaccine. So I think an awareness again should be created on the importance of taking vaccines. Probably we now need boosters, just like the COVID-19. We took the first one, the second, then we also took the booster. Probably we need to take, those that have taken before need to take the booster, but then it's the health ministry that would let us know what should be done. And we are told that it affects the way person talks, coughs or sneezes, and they release droplets that can be inhaled by others. That means when the droplets come out from the infected person and somebody else inhales it, he or she can be infected.
That is the disease has gone to the advanced stage. Yes, advanced stage.
Yeah. So.
Yes, I have some stories here. Yes, talking about human angle stories now. But before that, just listen to this. NDLEA intercepts U.S., Saudi Arabia, Poland, Italy-bound cocaine, opioid shipments in prayer beads and others. Imagine in prayer beads, the ilekes. And all those,
the prayer beads that both the Christians and the Muslims
use. Yes. So now, desperate bids by some drug trafficking organizations (DTO) to move illicit shipments such as cocaine, tramadol, loud, muli, and others concealed in prayer beads, packs of board games, female clothes to the United States of America, Saudi Arabia, Italy, Poland, and United Arab Emirates through logistics firms, and the Lagos airport have been thwarted by the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA. A statement by the NDLEA spokesman, Mr. Femi Babafemi, on Sunday said 2 suspects behind some of the aborted missions at the Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Lagos, had already been arrested. Yes, they should be arrested, and they should have their day in court, because as these drugs are being intercepted and the culprits caught, at least in 2 weeks you hear cases of 2 interceptions of drugs. People see all those other drug barons, couriers, they see, they're hearing, but at the same time they still feel, well, yes, more damn money. Now they see they are still opting for shipments, drugs, and creating different ways to escape and get
using the prayer beads.
Yes, imagine nobody
will ever
suspect
that something like that will happen. They put cocaine in prayer beads, and people just think, okay, well, it's just a normal thing. Use your bead to pray as a Christian, as a Muslim, but then they have inserted some really dangerous things into this object. I don't know. Are we taking the name of the Lord in vain? Because that's what we used to say. Using prayer beads. If we want to talk to God, and these are some avenues of talking to God, but then you now put something that can endanger the lives of people, that can kill people, that can turn people into mental cases. You now put it there so that you can enrich yourself. I think it's the height of it.
Yes.
And it's a good thing that these things are being intercepted on a daily basis.
Yes.
But then, how do you say it? Because the more you do it, the more the NDLA are working assiduously to eradicate this, the more people are still, bent on
getting these drugs out.
Exactly.
And it all boils down to just getting rich quick, having big money.
Not minding the lives that they are going to be destroying.
Yes, and creating more dangerous ways of cutting away. I mean, moving the drugs outside the country. Now, this one worries me. A policeman. Why can a policeman commit suicide? This happened in Ogun State. What happened to him? Did he get? Was he indebted to someone, or was he being, threatened by some people, by some groups? Well, let's see. Ogun State Police Command has confirmed that a police officer, inspector for that matter, Ajile Oluyole, committed suicide by shooting himself at Igbesa area of the state. According to reports, the command spokesperson, CSP Omolola Odutola, confirmed this in a statement issued to newsmen in Ota on Sunday. She said that before the incident at about 1:20 p.m. on Friday, the deceased was on special duty at a ceramic company, and according to preliminary reports, Tolorunluju Stephen, an officer attached to the force headquarters, Annex Lagos, who was also on special duty at the company, had just returned from Ikeja when he entered the security office. He found Oluyole resting his head on a table. After exchanging pleasantries and briefly inquiring about his well-being, Oluyole responded positively. Shortly after, Stephen proceeded to the restroom and moments later had a gunshot. Rushing back, he found Inspector Oluyole lying in a pool of blood. Well, that means, like what I'm saying now, that means
maybe a case of depression.
Yes, depression.
You just mentioned it.
Yes,
a lot
depression.
of people are depressed.
Depression.
Who knows what will have been going on in his mind, and he just felt, let me just end it all.
Depression is frustration.
Real. Frustration, exactly. Or like you say, maybe someone is after him, or is in debt and he couldn't cope. A lot of things could have happened, but then death should not be the final solution to end one's problems.
And just like one former aide of late former Governor Akala, I think it was last year in Lagos, actually was a DSP. He killed himself. He shot himself. People were wondering, a senior officer for that matter, people were wondering what really happened to him. But well, we haven't heard anything from.
It's becoming rampant now. People killing themselves. Just last week, he heard of the case of a woman that jumped
inside the lagoon.
You know, what could be the problem?
I think she was rescued.
But I heard that she later died.
Okay.
She later died.
Rather unfortunate.
So, rather unfortunate. I think the way the country is now, what we are passing through, the best thing is we just have to take it easy. Or yes, once one is gone, one is gone. That's just it.
Yes.
Honestly. Then there is another one. Abduction again. Gunmen abduct businessman, wife, daughter in Ondo, demanding 20 million naira ransom.
We'll be going through that after this commercial.
Okay.
Mom pour her love in the tasty, nourishing meals she cooks for her family. Golden Terra Oil. Pour pure love.
Conversation.
Yes, quickly, the program is still conversation. We don't have much time now. We soon pick more calls. I want the
Okay, so let me quickly go through the story. Gunmen suspected to be kidnappers on Friday evening abducted a businessman, Tokpe Faji, his wife, and one of his daughters in Owo, local government area of Ondo State. Like I said, this is becoming rather too rampant. The 3 victims were abducted at the entrance of their house along Ipele Road, Owo, while returning from their office after the day's work. So I think negotiation is going on already, and don't know what will happen next. So
not unfortunate.
I think before demanded the sum of 30 million naira, negotiated downwards to 20 million naira, and they later reduced, like I said, that the kidnappers later reduced the money to 20 million naira. And at the time of filing this report, the abducted persons are still in the kidnappers thing.
Yes, I
the
hope
way of making money now. Honestly, kidnapping it has now become a
lucrative business.
Exactly, the in thing, and many people are going into it.
Yes, well, we know that they will get to.
They will get
to some point now.
Yeah.
Yes, more calls. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Ojo Michael calling from Oluyole.
You're welcome.
Yes, sir. The issue of this people carrying cocaine, this illicit drug. I don't know what is happening this around. People want to get cocaine as well. Let's say over there. But what I suggest that whenever they are caught, they should be tried. In what way? And 2, there should be capital punishment. I remember Tony Baba Buhari when the military the military then. You know, anybody got that carry cocaine, they fire him. So let them be capital punishment. They will stop it. Yes, on the issue of women, we have brilliant women in Nigeria. You know, SSB standards, African women, they are beautiful. They are, yes. What I believe is that men should support them and women should also rally that themselves. God bless you. Have a nice day at work.
Thank you very much. 0055009850 and 07055551985. Those are the numbers to call. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Alexander again.
Yes, you're welcome.
On this matter, it's getting too much. What the government doing there? I had to do it. The other day I went to West Pattern with the Abuja. When it's state on fire, I don't know what happened again. The man should rise up. Thank you much.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your contribution on your views. Yes, still expecting more calls before we. Okay, hello.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Bimbo.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
And the other is over there.
And Bumi.
Okay, good morning, ma.
Good morning, sir.
John calling from Ilorin.
Welcome, Mr. John.
One is tired of hearing all sorts of bad news every day. Yes, I quite agree. There is no excuse for crime. But the situation of the country is getting out of hand. That is the basic truth. Kidnappers on rampage. Here and there have been several crimes being committed. I think it's high time the government look at the situation of the country. Yes, I cannot go into crime because I was trained to manage any situation. But not everybody was trained to manage a certain situation, and we have different minds. When you look at our fathers who decided not to go into crime and work tirelessly, after retiring, they now queue to get their pension or gratuity. What signal are you giving to the children of such a man or old woman? You will say, I won't suffer the way my father suffered. I won't suffer the way my mother suffered. The government is not doing the right thing. And the children who watched their father die in penury after serving government for 30 good years, what kind of child you want him to be if he had the opportunity to serve in government? He will definitely not follow his father or mother's line of saying the truth and standing by the truth. He will definitely want to dip his hands into one or two things so that his life will be better off. Government, do what is right to your citizen so that your citizen will also follow that path of righteousness. Enjoy your day.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very
Good
much.
morning.
You still have one or two headlines to just read.
Okay. Let me quickly take this one before another call comes in. Sule Lamido tackles El Rufai, a former governor of Jigawa State and chieftain of the People's Democratic Party, and Haji Sule Lamido has fired back at former Kaduna State Governor Malam Nasir El Rufai over his call for opposition politicians to join the Social Democratic Party, SDP. El Rufai, who recently announced his defection from the All Progressive Congress to SDP, urged opposition leaders, including Atiku Abubakar, Peter Obi, Rotimi Amechi, and Rauf Aregbesola, to join him in his new political movement. On your call,
Yes.
They should go together. However, Sule Lamido is a former governor of Jigawa State and a presidential hopeful. In an interview with BBC, dismissed El Rufai's invitation to opposition members, questioning his political ideology and commitment to national development. Is it compulsory that all of them join the same party? Honestly,
yes, I'm not even always too comfortable when I hear Sule Lamido and El Rufai tackling each other over one trivial issue. That's why I'm not always too interested in their matter. Yes, 08055009850, 07055551983. Yes, those are the two numbers to call, and you are still expecting more calls before we close shop this morning. Yes, I think I can see one here.
Okay.
SEC cancels Mainland Trust Limited registration, suspends Centurion registrars. Well, I think that has to do with the business sector.
Exactly. Okay. So we're still expecting more calls, and while we are at that, we quickly run through some other headlines.
Oh, I think we have one here. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I am Admiral from Ibadan.
Yes, you are welcome.
Yes, as women, so women have objective just to involve them fully in policy and decision making process and in all aspects of economy, political life as active decision makers. So President Tinubu did well. Is eliminating practices that discriminate against women. He appointed the Minister of State, Bianca Ojukwu. So there's not to do concern. There's not to do. Concerning women should take measures to eliminate all terms of exploitation. So people should take measures to eliminate all forms of exploitation against women. So I'm an leader. So leadership is the ability to define issues without aggravating it. So the administration of Tinubu focus on good governance and is providing infrastructure and food, fuel and other things. So it should continue. So there's need to increase fuel production and others. So leaders should work together And security. Nigeria has been experiencing insecurity ranging from kidnapping, terrorism, and others. So whatever it takes the security agencies to do is the utmost cooperation among security agencies. So security agencies need information. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you very much. Our last caller for today. Yes, if you look at your time, if you check your time, you see that it's time to go. And yes, I hope you've enjoyed the program this Monday morning. My name is Bimbo Akombe, and conversation will come your way again tomorrow morning. And